What is up, guys? Welcome back to my vlog channel. If you're new here, what's up, what's good, how you doing? I'm Courtney. If you're not new here, thanks for coming back again. How you doing? Okay, now we got that out of the way. Yes, I look the same here. I just want to let you guys know I'm uploading all these videos at once, so you're like, oh, why is she wearing the same thing before? You're like, oh, she's wearing the same thing because she did this all in one day. Okay, moving on. So this vlog, we are going to talk about weeks 13 through 18, and these are the most exciting because I found out the gender, I felt the first baby kicks, and yeah, so let's get into it. So at the end of week 12, I was like, the end of week 12 to week 13, I got my, because I didn't put this in the last one because it was kind of like 12 into 13, so I figured I was put it in the 13 one because this is the most exciting one for me so far because I am currently 19 weeks. Today is Tuesday, April 9th. So I just turned 19, I'm 19 weeks today. I can't, oh my goodness. And yeah, so between 12 and 13 weeks, I went for my first trimester sonogram and blood work at my old OBGYN because I got a new one. So at this time, during these weeks, I got a new OBGYN and I'm obsessed with them. They're phenomenal. I can't even. But the first trimester sonogram came back great. The baby did not have any Down syndrome. My blood work came back fine. It was all great. And yeah, so then week 13 came and March 2nd, we got to find out the gender. So when we went for the sonogram at this place up in Annapolis, she was showing us the baby and everything, and then by the time to go see the gender, the legs were crossed. Like, you watched the baby go like this and cross their legs, and I was like, you better get your act right because I didn't just drive 2 hours, pay $185 for you to do this mess. You need to get right and get tight and get it together because so help me. Anyways, so you watched the baby kick up their legs, cross them, and then from the bottom you could just see that the feet were crossed. It was so funny because the baby is just so like weird right now. It's like alien like at 13 weeks. So funny. Not to mention when she tried to get a bottom view of the baby, the umbilical cord was in between the legs. So not only were the legs crossed, but the umbilical cord was in between. So it didn't matter that the legs were crossed in general because the umbilical cord was there. So after like 20 minutes of her like pressing on my stomach, making me drink water, making me cough, making me move around, you finally watch the baby's legs go like this and flick open, and then she finally went underneath, and I was like, oh gosh. I was like, we're hoping for a girl. And then she showed it. I was like, that looks like a girl. She's like, oh yeah. And she like, I guess she said it's a girl. I'm like, I didn't hear. I was like, is it a girl? She's like, it's a girl. And I was like, yes. And Daniel said, hell yeah. And I was like, oh my God, I can't. I was so excited because we both really, really wanted a girl. So beyond excited. Week 13 through 18, I was still very fatigued. Around week 18, like the beginning of week 18, I fell down the steps. It wasn't like serious, it was just like 2 steps and it kind of fell on my back. And my mom was like, the baby, because I call my mom's a nurse, so I'll call my mom, and if she says anything serious, and then I'll call my like doctor because I don't need to cry wolf to my doctor every time something's wrong. I'll call my mom who has like a lot of experience, and she can always call the floor with the maternity floor to ask questions. So she's like, oh, that baby is way more protected than you think she is. She's like, you were perfectly okay. But I've had back issues from falling down the steps from Ava tripping me. So I already had back issues, so my back's just acting up now, which is normal in pregnancy, you know? So let's see, around week 13 also, in my first trimester sonogram, and also in the 3D or 45D ultrasound where we found out the gender, I found out I do have an anterior placenta, so I'll be putting that in all my vlogs. So everyone who's like, oh my gosh, what's an anterior placenta? I don't know what to do. There's no one out there who has one that I can relate to. So my best friend, she had one with her son, so she would keep me informed and everything. So with anterior placenta, instead of like, here's your belly, the placenta is here, and then the baby is behind the placenta, versus it being a posterior, which is considered normal. The placenta is here, then the baby, then your belly. So basically, my placenta's in the front. There's nothing wrong with it. I asked, it's a 50-50 chance of getting it, or it's a 50% chance of getting it. So it's, you either get anterior or posterior. I do have an anterior. So the only bad things that they've told me so far is that it just takes longer to feel the baby, which is you know, makes sense because it's more of a barrier, if that makes sense. And then I did my research on, you know, Google, which you should not do. The only bad thing is if you have an anterior placenta and you have a C-section, there could be issues of where you could bleed out. But that's probably also due to malpractice. Is it malpractice? I feel like that's not the right word. Bad practice, like by the doctor who's doing it. Like if they don't know what they're doing and like you bleed out, that's, I mean, anyways, regardless, I don't even like to think about that, you know what I'm saying? But yes, so I do have an anterior placenta. It hasn't really changed how I feel at all. Week 16 to 17, I felt, I don't know if it was 16 or 17, I'm just gonna say, I think it was 17, week 17. I felt like a slight twitch in my stomach, like if someone were to go like to like my stomach area, I felt like a twitch. I was like, and like I know the difference between gas pains and movement, because my gas pains, I know that they're gas pains and I know I'm gonna have to poop, okay? That's a side note. I haven't had any issues pooping this pregnancy, I'll tell you that. Last vlog and this vlog, last vlog I should have mentioned it, but no issues pooping here. I kind of have like the pregnancy sticky poops, like someone mentioned to me, and those are really annoying. So it's great. But other than that, I've had no issues pooping. Everyone says they get constipated. I haven't had any issues being constipated, I'll tell you that. I poop every day. If not, it's every other day, and that's really good for me because normally I'd go like 2 weeks without pooping because my intestines were just that bad, but I don't have that issue, so it's wonderful. By now, I don't think I mentioned this in my last vlog. In my last vlog, I only gained about, oh wait, I did mention it. I said talking about before that because I just like to go off on tangents. Week 17, I felt like a flutter, and I was like, this isn't gas pains. I was like, it's like a twitch. So I messaged my cousin. It's like my cousin's wife. I messaged her because she's pregnant too. She's 2 weeks ahead of me. And she said, oh yeah, that was definitely the baby. And then I feel it more and more and more now, like flutters. And then week 18 is like when I started feeling her move. So like when I was like laying there last week on my like left side at night on the bed, I just felt like tons and tons and tons of like muffled movements. And it did feel like butterflies, which sounds like so weird. Like how does that even make sense? But like, it's hard to explain, but it literally just felt like this was going on to like the inside of my stomach. Like someone's just like barely hitting the inside of my stomach. And that's like the coolest thing. I'm like, oh my God, little baby. But they're still so muffled because I'm only like 19 weeks now. So once I get like further along, it's going to obviously get better and cooler. I'm so excited. But yes, I was going to say something and I forgot, and it was actually really important. Oh, one other thing, I don't know if this is what I was thinking of, but I have had round ligament pain, and it's not very pleasant, but it's also like very quick, fast, and then it's gone, which is fine. I mean, it doesn't linger, so it's just like quick. Like I can feel it like my lower abdomen, and then it's like gone. Like I'm like, ooh, okay, cool. Like it's not that bad. It's like period cramps, people say. It's like poop cramps to me because I've never had period cramps. Like I was just blessed when I was on birth control, I guess, because I had a light period, and I still had a light period after I got off birth control, and I didn't really have cramps. And if I got cramps, it was like cramps of me knowing that my period was starting, and that was it. I never had cramps again. And it was just like more like poop cramps. I was like, oh, okay, I can feel like go to the bathroom, wipe, and then put tampon in, great, and done. Okay, great. Other than that, these weeks are great. I found out I was having a baby girl. I did nothing but crave sugar this entire trimester. That's all I'm doing. Oh, I found out what I was going to say. I've also only gained, from weeks 13 to 18, I gained a total of, so I started week 13 at 135, and I ended week 18 at 142. So I've only gained 7 pounds from technically week 1 to week 18. So I looked at the chart and everything like online. It says I'm right on track, and like I know doctors say never follow that, but I am right on track. And yeah, and all I want is sugar and crabs, and that's my life. Other than that, I think, I touched on everything. I had sugar and crab cravings. I've gained 7 pounds. I had round ligament pain. I felt the first baby flutters with my anterior placenta, and I found out it was a baby girl. So yeah, that was it for this one. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. So yeah, and then I had back pain too as well, and that's it. So yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed this vlog. Be sure to stay tuned for my 19 to 20 weeks coming in after I finish this one and the 20th week. So coming in 2 weeks, you'll see another one of these videos, and I will not look like this in this background. So thank you guys so much for watching. Have a wonderful day or night wherever you are. Please be sure to like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the notification bell, share it with your friends, and please stay tuned for my 2-week update vlogs on my pregnancy. And I do have an anterior placenta, so I really hope it's going to help people out there who have one as well. So thank you guys so much, and I'll catch you in the next one. Deuces. That was unnecessary, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Bye, guys.